It's Ashley Fissenden from Notjustboxing. I'm here with Dean Whyte. Dean, how you doing?
How you doing, my man? You good? We're here in
Good.
Saudi. Firstly, I'd like to big up my sponsors, LondonDeliveryNetwork.com. As always, no parcel too small or big. Hit those guys up on w.com. Hit them up if you want anything done. Appreciate you guys.
Send me the link. I'll put it in the caption.
Thanks very much, my man. Appreciate it.
No worries, mate. No worries. So let's jump straight into it.
Let's go.
Whyte.
Yeah, big fight Saturday night, man. We're here, man. You know, Dillian's trained tremendously well, in great shape.
I think it's the best shape he's ever been.
No, not for a long time. I couldn't even, you know, when he was sending me the picture, I saw it bleak. So I was like, oh, what the hell? Where'd those come from? Where'd you nick those from, buddy? You know what I mean? So I think the undermining, was it degrading or lack of respect maybe he sees, is pushed him to the heights where he, you know, wants to, you know, show these people there's still a little bit left in the old dog, you know, and he's left it, you know, he's put the work in, and you know, Saturday night, God willing, it all comes together. It is a tough fight. He's, you know, with the current new kid on the block, southpaw, sharp, big punching. It's all to do. But Moses has not faced anyone that's prepared him even for someone who is tougher, as rugged as Dillian Whyte.
Yeah.
But it's all got to come together on Saturday night.
There are quite a few people that have been messaging me saying, is it too soon?
Yeah,
he's untested.
A lot of people feel there might be an upset, might be too soon. So look, it is a solid fight for both guys. You know, that experience, that youth. You know what I mean? So.
What stories have you got of Moses? Because you must have known him for years now, right?
Yeah, he's been around the block. I spoke to him and I've heard a few things. But look, it's what it is. Mm-hmm. I did hear before he was around, he was a kid that was in the amateurs, knocking everyone out and doing some great stuff. And I've equally heard other stuff. But you know what? That's not for me to be, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The game is the game. Like I said, I've gotten more than enough respect to not unnecessarily say anything negative about him. It's not saying it's never against boxing, but I mean, you know, you hear a lot of sparring stories going around, and but
what's your opinion on sparring stories, just in general?
Yeah, no, my opinion, I don't really judge too much on sparring stories, because people are either working on stuff. People in camps normally train 3 times a day. You've got sparring partners who come in, usually that do 2 or 3 rounds per person, and a fresh person comes in, so anything is possible. So I don't judge too much on sparring, because you don't know what that person's been through in camp, you don't know how tired they are, and some days they're going to have to spar even when they're not up for it, and they're lethargic and so on. So, but we've heard a lot of good stuff with the sparring with him in general, but I've, you know, heard some stuff. But look, this is boxing, man, you know what I mean? And on the fight night, it'll be different. I don't know if he's going to face anyone who, you know, Dillian punches hard. Mm-hmm. He's a body snatcher, good body puncher. Everyone keeps talking about the left hook, but he actually throws good combination punches.
What do you think about just the speed of Moses in general?
Very fast.
And when you look at, if you were to look at both of them
issue.
fighting next to each other, I was trying to do some analysis myself, just seeing it.
If you analyse that, it's going to be difficult, because in a lot of the departments he's probably going to beat Dillian because of age. It's youth. So then that comes with agility, that comes with speed. You know what I mean? Tenacity. But then sometimes that is all good, but then you've got the old guys. Like Usain Bolt was one of the older guys in the track and field, and he was still shutting it down. You know what I mean? That experience. But then after a time, it does come to an end. Mm-hmm. But like I said, look, I feel that Dillian's just up for this fight, and you know they've got his back up, and I feel like, you know, I'm hoping it will draw the best out of him.
What does he need to do to beat Moses? I know obviously timing beats speed. I
think great poise and patience in the fight will be key. Like I said, speed is only there for a while in that fight. Once that levels out, that speed, it becomes a whole different fight. Do you know what I mean? So that explosiveness is there. I don't know how long. We've never seen Moses go 6, 7, 8 rounds into deep waters. But
you've never seen him take a clean punch.
We've never seen him take a punch. But do you know, when you look at contrasting fights and stuff, example, let me give you this. This is another Ben Davison fight, and Alois fought the other day. Mm-hmm. Early in that fight, super explosive. Them punches, you just wouldn't want to get hit with any of those punches. Mid-fight, he started to get his head boxed off a little bit in that fight. He managed to get the win. A lot of people said it was a robbery, and so I don't know. I'm not too sure. He still was in the fight and he was tipping the kid with some good shots, but the kid boxed his head off a little bit and moved around and caught him with some great shots. And we know what Ben Davison's their guys do. You know, they come out, they feint a lot, they feint up and down, they jab to the body, they jab to the head, and then they throw the overhand. And so that's their little strategy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's down to Dillian. It's not that hard to watch and see what style. Mm-hmm. This is what Ben Davison's guys do. Yeah. And everything's off that feint. It's just about if you react to that feint, and that's what they want to see. So Dillian knows that he's smart.
And I'm sure Buddy's got a great game plan ahead.
So I just feel like in that fight, when you watch that, it was a tale of two halves. And it could be a similar thing, but it's just about being patient, not over eager. Don't over indulge in anything. Just keep it basic, keep it tight, and just keep chipping away, man, and then bring it to the well.
And what do you think about all the mind games playing? I spoke to Dillian briefly yesterday, and he was just saying about all the stuff, even them calling him the baby snatcher.
Very disrespectful.
Apparently messing up flights.
I didn't realise that they messed up flights for people.
He said like there were people who had to have like long layovers when they didn't need to and stuff. They just made it difficult, right? They made everything a little bit harder for him this week.
Yeah, because obviously when you're out of war, innit, get into your opponent's head, mind games, and that's.
He seems very at peace though. Probably the most at peace I've seen.
I've been saying that to these guys. I said it to them. Listen, just even speaking to him, I've seen a mature version and a calm version. You know of Dillian, him just saying, "Yo, I just got to make it work in that ring and show them, man. There's no point me wasting my energy. Mm-hmm. It's for the fight. I need to, you know what I mean, biting and wasting my valuable energy. And that's a good attitude to have, you know what I mean? Because I think that's what the plan is probably. They wanted to do, try and get into his head and then offset that and waste valuable energy. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting for me as well. I wonder how Moses deals with nervous energy. This is a big occasion for him. Do you know what? I think in the UK, this would have been quite more interesting if it was at 50,000 people, because how does he deal with that? I don't think he's boxed in that, and Dillian has. So that, yet again, would have been, imagine people booing him. You get what I'm trying to say? So it would have been a bit different. They brought it to Saudi. I think they're quite strategic in everything. Every single step they've done and moved has all been strategic.
And what do you think about Turkey saying that he wants him to fight Usyk next? Pretty much writing off Dillian Whyte's chances.
Yeah, they've all done it. Your Royal Highness, he's the man paying all the checks, man. He gets what he wants. But hopefully Saturday night, Dillian knocks old Moses clean out. And then, hey, maybe he gives the check to Dillian to fight Usyk. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe he still makes Moses fight him, because right now he's setting up some good fights. Win, lose or draw, he's still putting them guys in the other fights. So I don't know. He's the man that makes it happen, man.
Who do you think should have Usyk next? Obviously, I know he's had a bit of time out now. But
Cabal?
Caballero?
Yeah, Caballero. Yeah, he's my brethren. I'm just trying to remember how you pronounce his name. And Joseph Parker. Those are the two fourth runners. I'd like to see how they perform against Usyk.
If you had to pick one, though, who would you want next? I think Parker deserves it.
Yeah,
more.
I think Parker. It'd be interesting. Because I think Parker would let his hands go maybe a little bit more than Caballero. Boxes and moves. He does great body punch and moves. He's fast and slick. But I think Parker would go for a knockout more. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
definitely. And I don't really want to ask about this, but I'm going to have to. It looks like AJ Jake Paul. Yeah. It could happen before AJ Tyson Fury.
Madness. Big money. AJ goes and banks another 100 odd million. It's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. And that's what I was saying to him over there. I was saying, it's just like, imagine a few years ago we would be laughing at this kind of thing being mentioned 7-8 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Look at us here today. He's actually big runner in being a promoter, paying his fighters handsomely, and all the girls, literally all the women fighters have gone to him now, and the guys, and they're all getting paid way more than any other platforms.
And I think everyone's going to finally respect Jake Paul. If he was to, let's say, fight AJ and get knocked out in the first round, he fought Anthony Joshua.
And that's what I was saying over there with him, because, you know, everyone laughed when he said, I want to fight Canelo, I want to fight AJ, I want to fight this person. even if he loses all these fights, what he's done from coming from Nickelodeon, streamer, he's come and he's managed to get into this field, and he's said what he's done. He shouldn't even have been able to get in that ring with none of those names. It's still a win doing that and getting paid the money he's going to get paid. So yeah, I think he's the the little Batman and Robin. The Robin in there just come in and tricked everyone and just scoop the field and go for the money. It's crazy.
Definitely. And Canelo Crawford, last one from me. Everyone's got split opinions on this one.
Yeah, I'm not splitting. I'm going to be going with Crawford. I mean, Canelo, hell of a fighter. I'd definitely say he's one of the face of boxing. Done his thing. Tremendous athlete and ambassador for what he's done in growing the boxing, especially in Mexico. They did have a few guys way back, but now he's been the pioneer for such a long time, starting from 15 and still being in. Had 60, 75. I don't even know how much fights he's had, but I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a hard fight, but I think as long as Crawford uses his attributes, his speed, his movement, I think, and doesn't sit about messing on that ropes, because, my man's good at, he knows what he's going to punch your arm, he's going to punch anything he can get, and all he's going to do is keep chipping away until you crack, you know what I mean? But it's dangerous. He's a big punch. He's going to be huge at the weight on the night once he blows up, rehydrates.
Do you think it's going to be against Crawford in the later rounds, carrying that extra weight?
It could do. It could do. I just feel Crawford's going to have to stay switched on. I mean, he's been there and done it so much times. But in that Madrimov fight, he was taking a few shots.
But Madrimov is so different to Canelo's style, isn't it?
It is. And he was a little machine as well. He was not.
That was a close fight, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
That was very close.
And he's a top elite kid as well, that kid. So, we're talking about that. But Canelo doesn't move like him either. So but you don't want to you're just trying to compare, analyze both, statistics-wise as well. So I don't know. Like I said, it is a big jump, but I mean, frame-wise, he's there. He's fast. He's got a great jab. He's got good mobility and good movement. So yeah.
We'd say Crawford points.
Yeah, Crawford points definitely.
Last one for me actually. When's your next event?
We are back maybe end of October, November. Black Box. Check out the page. Go follow on Dean Whyte Instagram. Thanks very much, man. Appreciate you guys. We just got to keep pushing on and getting these fighters built. And if we ain't got a show, we're going to try and get Alfie out and hopefully get him a title fight by the end of the year. But we're just working on that.
Who's the main guys we should plug?
Just mainly Alfie. I've kind of moved a few of the other guys. I've got Ziggy, but I don't know. I don't know how serious he actually takes his career at this minute. But Alfie's probably one of our main guys. That's literally lives and breathes, and he doesn't really take too much questioning on, and questions me about the journey, and we're delivering. So yeah, I've got Sammy, who I'm helping advise. Well, he's not my fighter, but he's a power, and I'm advising him. He's pretty. Hopefully, we got him fighting for the Southern Area title as well shortly. I probably need to make some calls for him on that soon. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you for your time.
Thanks
dude.
very much as
Appreciate
always. Take care, my man. Bless.